Hello, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to Gals in the Go podcast. It's Danielle.
And Brooke, welcome back. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. We're both rocking some new hairstyles today.
If you're watching the video version, if not, I don't know what you're doing. YouTube.com/Gals in the Go podcast.
Great plug, Brooke. Love that.
Thank you. Well, I noticed that like the views were really hot in the beginning of the video. And people were like, yeah, video. And now I feel like people are back to just audio, which it's fine.
It's fine.
But, you know, some love for our video fam.
It's so fun to have the TV on. Like, I know a lot of my friends will, like, they work from home, so they have their TV on, they're watching YouTube just in the background. I think our podcast is the great background show. Like, and we're not offended about it. Like, let us be the background to your mind.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like full attention. Like, I feel like there's some podcasts that you need 100% focused dedication.
Oh, definitely.
Like ours is not one of those shows.
No.
You pick up a little tidbit.
Definitely. So Brooke is rocking a beautiful like beach wave situation.
I did like the crimper, whatever we want to call it.
Beach waver. Yeah, something like that.
It looks like you're like putting your hair into like an oven almost. Like I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, you do it in like different like little sections. But yeah, it's always hard to get like the top right, the crown.
Oh yeah, the crown of the hair. I'm rocking a headband today. I'm loving them. I just like have recently been so annoyed with my hair. Like I don't know how to style it. It's been getting really greasy really fast. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. They say it like has to do with your hormones and like
really.
And I am on my period, so expose alert. So I don't know, maybe that's why. Now I'm just putting that together. Anyways, headbands are so nice and it's just so
trendy.
I don't know, I just love having my hair out of my face, like a nice slick bun, but sometimes I don't feel like doing it, so the headband was a nice option today.
And I feel like it suits your hair length and everything really well. Like I feel like it's just doing a lot.
I really want to cut my hair, and like it's so funny, everyone always says like, you know, like when you put on a sweater and your hair it's like looks shorter, everyone's like, you would look good with short hair. I'm like, do you guys just hate my hair? But really? I don't know if I have the confidence. Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to cut my hair, but it needs to be really thick in order for it to be short for me.
Yeah, no, I completely get that.
So we shall see, but that's enough hair talk.
Hair, baby, hair. Yeah, I've been in a little bit of a rut too with like trying to figure out like the styling of it all. I'm getting it done tomorrow, so hopefully that'll be good. It's like at the like length where it's like a little too long, and you know, it's the length where people will be like, wow, your hair got long. And in like, that tone where you're like,
what does that mean?
Is that suggesting something?
Like, is it healthy long?
Yeah.
Is it like dead end long?
I know it's
like
dead end
long?
in my case, but you know, like it's like the little like
remark about it. Compliment.
Like, so is it good or bad?
Never too good, never too bad. Speaking of never too good, never too bad, we're talking all about balance today because it's something that Brooke and I are definitely still working on, and it's always going to be a progress situation, but we know a lot of you guys ask us those questions a lot. Like I know when I do in Q&As, a lot of people are like, how do you balance your time between social life and relationships, me time, working out? I mean, there's a lot, you know, that triangle. It's like pick 3. We've talked about it before, or pick 2.
Yeah, and you can never pick 2.
No, never.
And even if you try it, like, but then something's like always left. Whatever. I don't know how these people who are really, and not to say that we're not busy. We're very busy people. We're gals on the go, of course. These people who are really like running a Fortune 500 company, like CEO status, like how do they have like a family life? How do they have like friendships? Like it's hard, man.
It's hard, and you just have to pick your priorities. So we're going to get all into that, and we asked you guys too, you know, what helps you with creating balance. And so we're going to create a conversation around that. But how was your weekend?
My weekend, it was good. It was chill. It's been cold again. I'm trying to think, like, now I'm like, what did I do? Oh, we took yesterday off. The gals got yesterday off. Yesterday was President's Day, and that was our first. Usually we would record on Mondays, and we were like, office is closed. Like,
yeah, it's just like really lonely in the office on holidays typically, and so we like to do that because then no one's here, but also I don't know, it's nice because then like your significant others usually like have some time off too, and you can hang out with them. And
yeah, so we had like a true day off yesterday, which was, I mean, it's never a true day off, but you know what I mean. Like it was like a half day.
It was nice. It was a nice way to kind of prep for the week. Like your caption on Instagram was like, today's Sunday,
it felt
Monday.
So much like a Sunday yesterday. The restaurants were busy. Like for Sunday brunch, it felt like
so cute. Yeah, that's so nice. I definitely just watched a ton of movies on my couch.
That was Saturday for me though.
Okay, yeah. See?
So it's all balance. Yeah. But once again, dating someone who like wants to do things, like I'm definitely like, oof. Like Saturday was like the do nothing kind of day.
Yeah.
We saw no, what did we do Saturday? I was like, I didn't see you Saturday. We like stumbled upon, like we went to dinner or whatever, but that was like the activity of the day pretty much.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the day was lazy, but then like the next day we're like, we have to do stuff today. Every day has to be an activity.
I know. Aries dating a Virgo is very important. yeah, I feel like I kind of had like a random weekend too. Saturday, I had like a nice West Village day, which was really nice.
Very cute.
Hung out with some girls that went to Georgia, and I really, really liked them. We walked around, went to brunch at the Rosemary's in West Village, and then just walked around. Ended up at Sephora. I'm like obsessed with beauty right now.
I know,
That's when I
you're
bought the
such a
HD
beauty
foundation,
girl.
the Makeup Forever.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we had another double date. It was really, really fun.
Very,
Sunday
very
night.
cute.
It was so fun.
We did. I know, it was a lot of fun. And this weekend we're doing a big old double date. It's going to be a weekend of double dating.
Yeah, I know. We're going to a little winter getaway, which I think will be really, really nice, really relaxing. It's so funny. Like, Brooke and I, we've been both talking about how we want to travel so bad. I feel like a lot of people are leaving the city to go to different places. And now I'm realizing we want to travel. We're about to have some things coming up.
100%.
So it's going to be fun, and maybe we should record live from one of these places we're going. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah, maybe
not this weekend, but
we're going to like some more like fun, exciting destinations to come.
So excited. But yeah.
I feel like it was just like a good old weekend. Like a little bit
of a good way to put it.
Yeah, like
just a good old weekend.
Because we were worried about also then, we're like, everyone's leaving town because it's President's Day. I feel like that's the other thing about 3-day weekends, especially in like a city like New York. You don't realize that, and I mean, obviously we're so privileged and lucky to like have this job where it is a little bit more flexible, but for the people working in office, that's a huge deal. Like to have a full day, and you could really make the most of a 3-day weekend like that. So I feel like people make really elaborate plans, and we were kind of stressed that we didn't have those, but we filled up the time. Yeah,
no, I think that's a really good way to put it, because we're so thankful that we do have like other times to do it, but we felt like, Monday, we have to do this long weekend, but it was so nice to just kind of take a step back and literally wake up and be like, what do I want to do today?
Yeah.
Such a privilege.
What we did do this week, though, that we never talked about is the helicopter ride.
Oh my God.
I know, because that was pretty much a full week ago today.
Last week was nuts.
Was it Tuesday?
We did so much last
Tuesday.
week.
I know. Oh, we went to American Dream too. Well, we talked about like the weekend, but we didn't talk about like the highlights of like, we're like chill weekend. Now we're like,
it's because we had a very intense week in the best way. Oh my gosh, where do we even start? So I guess we recorded last Monday.
So we already talked about the Museum of Sex. Haha, funny.
We both had nice Valentine's days.
Yeah, nothing elaborate. I got some comments that were like, tell us more about it. I'm like, I went to dinner, I went home. Like, you went to a jazz club though.
I went to a jazz club. It was so cool. It was like very like it was so beautiful. There was no words obviously because it was just like jazz music, but the music was so good, and you get a little cocktail, and it's cute. Little cocktail tables.
Oh, I like that.
That was nice. And then the next day, bright and early, we were headed to the helicopter pad.
Yeah,
with Milk Makeup.
Arrived at the downtown helicopter heliport, if you will.
Heliport.
And we suited up. Not really. I mean, you really only put like a thing, or you buckle in, of course, but then you put a little thing around your waist. Danielle got the cockpit.
I got the cockpit. I was up front. They gave us all matching red Aritzia puffers.
So cute.
So sweet. So it was in promotion of their new Rise mascara. So we rose above the city.
I'm wearing it right now. I love it. Even though I'm kind of far away. It's a great mascara though.
It is so great.
It doesn't get underneath your eyes, I notice, as much.
Yeah. No, it's definitely really nice. It's got a nice wand. We love Milk Makeup.
They're so sweet.
The team was so sweet. We met some new friends, ran into some friends. It was just a really cool activation. Group. It was 30 minutes above the city, and it was above. We like flew along the the Hudson River the whole time. So we were never like over the buildings, which I liked. It felt a lot safer. We had, they prepped us with safety, and our pilot was so awesome.
Yeah, he was really friendly, and we felt really safe. Yeah, because I was really. Would I do it again? Probably not. I said that right after we got down. I was like, I don't know if I'd do that again. You're like, really?
So I was more nervous going on. Brooke was more excited, and then I think during maybe I enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah,
just because you don't like turbulence either at all.
Yeah. So when we were like tossing a little bit, I was like, oof,
it is weird. Yeah. I just kept telling myself we're in a smaller contraption, so you're gonna move with the wind a little. You just gotta
the good self-talk. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny though, because I got put up front, and we all like wore these like microphones so we could talk through the microphones. It was so fun.
It was very fun. And at one point we were like, Danielle, you hear it? Like if people would just talk, like not assuming that people in the other like section would hear you.
Yeah, because we couldn't see each other. I mean, I could look back and like see the back of Brooke's head.
Or someone would like mutter something under their breath, and you'd be like, "What? What'd you say?"
Yeah,
you'd hear
we were
it
making
because
jokes.
it's like a microphone because it's so loud.
It was so cool though. It was such a great experience. Cool. So thankful for that. It was a great way to start the day. I mean, obviously,
amazing way to start the day.
We were like, "Wow, I'm up. Let's get
Gals
it on."
On the go, take new heights.
I know.
We did.
Good.
And then we worked we had a working week. We did some like fashion week stuff, but then Friday we went to
Wednesday it was Thursday was a beautiful day in the city. You're like, what did we do?
Oh, we did so much stuff last week.
We took the ferry to Brooklyn, and oh my gosh, it was the best experience ever.
Highly suggest. It's going to be really nice. I know tomorrow when this episode comes out, so if you're looking for a good, I mean, you could do it any time of day. I think that they go
golden
into the
hour.
evening.
I'm very interested.
Ooh, yeah, the sun's starting to set a little bit later. Maybe do that.
Yeah, it was $2.75 each way. We took it to South Williamsburg so we could have a longer ride, and then we walked towards like the North Williamsburg area, I guess, and we got brunch at Sunday in Brooklyn, and then we walked around and took the ferry back. It was just like, and you get to see the city.
Yeah. It's a
so
great
nice.
great view, and Brooklyn's like in and of itself like a whole different city. Danielle and I felt like we're in another world, like in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Last week in general we kept saying like, this is not real.
I know. It was very futuristic.
Yeah.
The very metaverse of us.
Very meta of us. So yeah, anyways, Friday we got this text like a week prior. It was like, hey, would you guys want to do something, blah blah, American Dream. And I didn't even need to see the details. I was like, I 100% am in. I've been talking about how I wanted to go to this place. And what is it? If you live in like the tri-state area or like anywhere in the north, you've probably driven past it like off of the highway, because for so long it was under construction. It's this massive, it's huge. It's huge. It's giving like Mall of America vibes.
Yes. So I would drive past it, and then I remember they're like, that's the American Dream. But if you don't know like what actually it encompasses, because I know maybe I didn't sell it well to you, because like when we got there, I feel like you were more like, whoa, this is it.
I was just like, okay, we're going to a big mall that has an amusement park.
Yeah.
But it's not a mall. Like, they don't even call themselves a mall. It's a retail entertainment center.
Yep.
It was so cool.
They actually have they in the mall itself, like they look like almost stores, but it's like an aquarium, a ski mountain. They have a full on like, you could like indoor ski. Anything
you want. Laser tag, I'm pretty sure. Putt.
Multiple mini golfs. They were like, this is our blacklight mini golf. Yes. This is our adventure themed mini golf. I was like, multiple. An amusement park, a water park, and not to mention the shopping of it all.
Oh my God. They took us on a golf cart. So we went there. We got to check out their new Coca-Cola social bubble, where we got to record like many podcasts, try this new Coca-Cola drink, Starlight. Highly suggest. It was so nuts. It was just futuristic.
I know.
Day.
We got thrown right into it, and they were like, and now here, and we were like,
so cool.
Crap. Especially coming from the city to like, you know, like
you're just like thrown into this big. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so cool. And then they gave us a golf cart tour. We love golf carts.
Oh, say less.
It literally reminds me of like Playlist Live VidCon days. It was so fun. And they started taking us. So they have all these beautiful stores, obviously, but then you arrive to the Avenue.
Yeah, Danielle, that's when really
jaw dropped.
Danielle was already sold. Like the Zara was huge, etc. And then we go to the Avenue, and Danielle's like, oh, like,
it was stunning. There's fountains. It's quiet. There's an Hermes townhouse. There's a YSL. There's Gucci. I mean, like,
they're building. They keep building. Also, that's the whole thing. It's like so new that they're opening. They said they have openings every week in this mall.
I believe it. If I were a store, I'd want to open up at the American Dream. And so, and at the water park, they have these sky suites, sky boxes.
Oh yeah,
they're designed by Jonathan Adler. They're like cabanas you'd get at a pool, but like bougie for a water park. We are literally going back.
I know.
We tried to go yesterday.
We did, but we were like, that's a busy day.
They were full, so
we'll pick another time.
So cool. That was so fun. We might have to go
like after work one, closing shift. We'll go. Yeah, it was a nuts experience, I will say. I'm not even an indoor water park type of person, but like, it was that cool.
It was so cool.
They showed us everything in and out. The amusement park, it's not just like a little little mini rides. It's like, no, they're like full on like roller coasters in here.
Like the ones you see at like Six Flags. Maybe not that big, but like that middle tier. Yes. Of like, you're going upside down.
It's like, not like a carousel in the middle of a mall. Like, no, it is like fully loaded. Yeah.
I was so like, I like had the chills. It was so much fun. So highly suggest if you want to go. We couldn't figure out the train situation. I'm sure we could, but we just Ubered there if you drive or whatever.
Yeah.
It's worth taking a trip out, like when it's like a gross day in the city. I mean, it's all indoors and it's so fun. And like, there's something for everybody. This is not sponsored. We're just obsessed with this place.
No, we will be back. Like, we're waiting for like, quite literally a rainy day to go back.
Quite literally
waiting for that. And we will be there. So maybe we'll see you there.
Yeah, we're like, the weekend was chill. But yeah, I guess last week was really, really cool.
That's why I think I was okay with a more chill weekend. That's always my rationalization. It's all about balance, baby, and that's what we're going to talk about.
Oh yeah. Do you have a favorite of the week?
I do, and I think it's something that you're going to want to maybe talk a little bit about.
Oh, I bet it's going to be my favorite.
Is it a show? Yeah.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. Inventing Anna. Yeah, I haven't finished it.
Okay, so I will give no spoilers, I promise.
Please.
What episode are you on?
4.
Oh, that's pretty good.
How many are there? 10 or 8?
9.
9.
Neither.
Neither. Never too good.
Never too bad.
Gosh, that show is just so good.
Yeah, it's so I didn't know it was by Shonda Rhimes, which is Bridgerton, which is How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal.
Some great shows.
She just produces once I saw that in the opening credits, I was like, take my money,
Sold.
say less. Yeah. Have to say I've seen quite a lot of not negative feedback, but just people who don't like it. I was shocked.
My jaws dropped for those of you not watching on video. What?
Yeah, I mean,
what are their comments?
I mean, a lot of people, the accent. So if you don't know, we'll give a little. Okay, Anna Delvey. Now we know everything.
Anna Delvey, because she is from Russia, but she's trying to fake a German accent.
So the accent is completely accurate.
It's supposed to be bad, not like a perfect of either.
Exactly. She explained that on a talk show or something.
Yeah, I weirdly saw that too. Maybe it was on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was on. Okay, because I was like, I've seen that clip, and she's like a little Russian, a little German. I'm not obviously doing.
Oh, it was on Jimmy Fallon or something.
Yes,
Ruth from Ozark. She's incredible.
Julia Garner, that's her name, right?
I don't know.
She's so good. She's just a star.
She's so talented.
Killing it. I know. I found that really interesting to see her play that role, because you didn't expect that.
Different.
This, glamorous, wannabe socialite. But basically, so she comes from Germany originally.
Russia. But she's faking to be a German heiress.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yes. They kind of get into that a little bit later in the series, a little bit. My problem with the whole series is it focuses it's not an amazing story. This woman is crazy, and she's
just
scamming
she
people
actually got through.
And she basically takes advantage of all these people and runs it up, and will just be my father, and my father just he doesn't want me to pay for this. He froze my account. Yeah, and somehow she gets herself out of so many things.
She makes so many rich friends with Hamptons houses and yachts in Ibiza and all of these things, and it's just so fascinating.
So fascinating. What I was going to say, I think the show focuses a little too much on the journalist. I don't find that storyline interesting. I know she's been through a lot, and it's, I guess it tells another perspective, but I think it could have been completely rewritten to just focus on Anna.
Just the story. Yeah. The journalist meeting up with her in jail. I don't I'm at this part right now where she's I'm trying to help you. So tell me more, or otherwise I'm going to expose you. But she is exposing her. So I don't really understand. I don't know. I haven't finished it.
I won't give spoilers.
Wrap it up in a bow?
Yeah, it's the journalist gets very involved. I'll say that a way where you're huh.
Yeah, a little fishy.
Yeah, very she takes an aggressive stand. I'll say that. So no spoilers, but because you think it's just going to be a show about this woman Anna Delvey, because she's so interesting in and of herself, and then they start to kind of introduce the journalist, and then they really show a whole bunch of it. I don't know if you got to the part she's pregnant and stuff, right?
Yeah, she's pregnant. It's so interesting. Her husband in the show. Have you ever seen The Intern?
No.
He plays kind of the same kind of vibe character, just the supportive husband.
Yeah,
that's around and
so perfect. Don't worry, sweetie. No matter what, I'll support you.
Yeah. Well, in The Intern, he ended up being shitty at the end, but during he played the same vibe of just I made food,
yeah, long day at work. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so interesting, but I am thoroughly enjoying the show. I've been watching with Ryan, which is nice to have a show to watch.
Yeah,
because
I watched with my boyfriend. There was definitely some at the end. I kind of started I was getting ready while I was watching, half sort of watching. But I think the beginning, first 5-6 episodes get really good. And I will say, I think you'll probably agree, once you finish, it's a little drawn out. It's one of those that
I'm not right. I feel it's getting a little drawn out right now. It's just the chase of it all. Her boyfriend. It's
you're still on those parts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God he leaves, I hope, because it's just so annoying. It's the journalist is so focused on him, and I'm okay, he just gave her money. Well, I don't know. Anyways.
She's just scamming everybody out of money. I don't even know how she did this all. And it's really interesting because all that she really ever wanted, and she kind of says it at one point, is to be famous. And there's just so many different ways of going about it, but she chose this one. I don't understand.
It's so interesting. Did you see Kit posted a story that she has a mutual friend with the real life
Delvey.
Anna? I think her name is Anna
Sorkin.
Yeah,
but I think she goes by Anna Delvey now.
Yeah, her pet name, not pet name,
her stage name,
whatever.
Yeah,
but that's nuts that she has a mutual friend with her. I mean, that makes sense.
Did you ever watch Scandal?
Yeah,
there's so many characters from the show.
Maybe that's why I'm like, why do I know you? Why do I know you?
Rachel, one of the friends. The guy who works at the office, with the writer.
Oh my God.
He's in it. Yeah.
I kept saying to Ryan, like, why do I know him? Why do I know him?
Uh-huh.
Why?
You got to the yacht part? The guy on the yacht? Yes. They're all from Scandal. Yeah.
Because that guy was a big character in Scandal. And I was like, why do I know this man? Thank you for enlightening
you'll get to they'll introduce like her like friend more, but like she's one of the biggest characters on Scandal.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. So crazy, right? I was like, I love that Shonda does that. Like, I love that she brings in.
Shonda.
Oh, Shonda. You dog. No, she brings in like people from her old shows and stuff, which is so cool.
It's so cool.
And they play such good. Oh my God, they're so good. Anyways, great show. I personally really like it. I'm drawn out. Definitely watch. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more.
Yeah,
about it.
I like love when other podcasts I listen to do deep dives on shows, and
especially if you watch it.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, just skip through it. You know, like,
yeah.
But a lot of times it's obviously the same demographic, so it's something that I'm watching, and it's so interesting to see to hear other like Girls Gotta Eat did and Just Like That, and they did that whole deep dive, and I really enjoyed that. Or I don't know,
because it gives you a different perspective, or maybe you share the same perspective.
Exactly, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about it like that. So
you're like,
hopefully you guys enjoyed our little show club. We're working on a book club. We're working
on it. You need to watch Love Is Blind too, because I really want to get into that. I know maybe you won't, but
I mean, if you want to just talk a little bit about it now, because a lot of podcasts I've been listening to are talking about it, so I kind of know.
So they release it like weekly, so I didn't finish like all of like this week's episodes. You know what I mean? Like I'm halfway through. I don't know what's gonna happen, because like the next like release of episodes, I guess, is the weddings, and like if they do or don't happen, and a lot of people are just saying like they don't think anyone's gonna get married.
Really, it's just not looking good.
Because there's 2 couples from the original Love Is Blind that are still together, married. Like
I know. Yes,
which is
I know.
So it proves that it's like kind of successful, I guess, and the rest like aren't together, like completely broken up. I don't know. I really don't think many of them are. But I do find some of the people to be likable on this season. I guess I won't get too into it.
Are a lot of them really focused on looks, and when they saw them, they were like, nah?
There's some.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, there was one guy who he openly admitted that he wasn't attracted to his like girlfriend. Like they recorded him in a conversation with another guy, and he was like, I don't know, bro, I'm just not attracted to her. But then to her, he's like, you're so beautiful, you're so this, you're so that. Aww. So I'm like, what are you?
She's gonna see this, buddy. She's
right?
Gonna see this, and then what if you guys do end up together? That's gonna live on the internet or on TV, whatever.
I don't know. I have opinions. So maybe next week after I finish it all, because now I'm like backed up, and the weekly releases are getting me. Just release the whole season.
I know.
Like I'm an all or nothing kind of gal.
About it.
Yeah. And we Bachelor Euphoria though. Well, you don't watch Euphoria either, but Bachelor you've been kind of keeping up with. Not this week.
Oh yeah. I need to watch this week's episode, so I'll do that tonight. Tuesday nights are usually my catch up.
Yeah.
So
let us know if you guys would want anyone from the show on.
Yes, definitely. We'd love to have them on. It's always a good time. They put them on the couch or on the chair. Bring them in the studio.
Hello, you.
Well, great. That was a great little catch up. 23 minutes of catching up.
Did you try to say that like Anna?
Oh, no. No, randomly I'll just be like Anna Delvey. Like, I don't know why it's so fun to say.
It comes up and wait, and I just use the TikTok audio of the I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you. Like that one.
She like always just starts screaming. I think she would have gotten a lot further if she like didn't get so mad at everyone.
She does. She really erupts. Yeah, and I got it. Like erupts. Women, whatever. But.
No, but like,
she's like
doing a bad thing.
She's a professional gaslighter too, because like she is lying about her identity, and then like people will be like, "Are you lying?" And she's like, "How dare you?" And it's like, but you're lying.
Like, yeah, like just be more chill about it and just be more earnest. But you're not honest. So, her friend Val, I love him.
She has really nice friends. I have to say that. Like, I love my friends so much, and like, if my friends were in need, I would definitely, of course, like let them stay on my couch. Everything. Yeah. These people just are so nice to her. Like, they're welcoming her, and like he's crashing on it, like in someone's house, and he brings in them. Like, how did you finesse
the
this?
Nora of it all? I'm sure I'll get to know more about her.
So there's an episode about each person. I don't know if you realize that. In the beginning, they do like a little typed out thing, so it would be like Chase, and then like the whole episode's like about Chase.
Oh.
And then like Nora, like the whole episode, like Val was like the first one.
Oh yeah, because Val was definitely
and then they did Chase, and then now you're probably on. I don't know what part you're at.
On then I have to. I don't know. We always watch it at night.
Yeah.
Blurry. Not. I like that.
You're like, no. I barely remember. That's unimportant, but it shows like it kind of goes more into like the key play.
Okay,
like,
yeah, I'm
people.
excited to know more about Nora because I'm like, does she have a crush on Chase? Like, why was she funding so much to him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, love a good TV catch up.
Same.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. BetterHelp wants to tackle some of the stigmas that exist around mental health. For example, many people think that therapy is for other people, but utilizing therapy doesn't mean that something's wrong with you. It means you recognize that all humans have emotions and that we need to learn to better understand them and not to avoid them. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you could be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. I'm personally a huge proponent of therapy. I know so many people think you need to wait until things are unbearable to try therapy, but that's not true. Therapy is a tool to use before things get bad, and it could help you avoid all of those lows. I know Danielle and I are huge on therapy, and why not try it now with BetterHelp? Gals on the Go listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/gals. That's betterhelp.com/gals.
So let's talk about balance. This is something that both the gals have really been dealing with lately. And
I feel like you're in specific, like, learning because you basically introduced a new part of your life to yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you literally didn't have that portion in your life to even have to juggle.
Yeah. So then you add that in and it's like my triangle has become a circle. And it's
Or a square.
a square. Yeah, a square would be more likely. A circle because I mean that it's not perfect. Well, I guess, then I have to pick one side. Whatever it is, it's not perfect.
Carry the one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, remember when they used to teach us all those like words for like fancy shapes, like a trapezoid or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Trapezoid, rhombus,
Rhombus.
parallelogram.
Parallelogram. Wow, you're really taking me back.
And here we are not using that at all.
No.
I mean, I guess shapes, but like find the degree of the or the angle of this parallelogram. Right. I don't know. I'm definitely not.
I guess it's like problem solving or whatever. But like, I would like to know about finances. Like, my financial advisor is calling me. I pay him a lot of money. I would like to know more. Like, I wish I learned personal finance.
I know. Definitely, that would be really, really nice.
Yeah.
Gosh. I'm like thinking about, I don't know if we said on the podcast or in person, we were talking about like word problems and like the SAT and stuff. It's like Brooke and Danielle have 2 microphones, 3 ring lights, and 2 tripods. How many do they need to create, or like whatever?
Yeah.
I just started giggling.
You need to start playing Wordle so then we could talk about Wordle.
No.
Really?
No.
You decided?
I have no, I just don't care enough.
Really? Do you have people in your life that are doing it though?
So many.
See, I think it creates a little convo, and then when you do really well, like you get to post your results.
I don't understand when people post the green squares. What does that mean?
That means you got the letter correct and it's in the right place. Yellow means that letter's in the word, but it's not in the right place. And gray means
I'm not
nothing.
when people post the stories. I mean, all of you do it. And it's like selfie, and then it's your little Wordle. I literally don't understand it all. I'm like, oh, nice shirt. Like, I'm literally not even looking at that because
if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Get it. I love words. I find myself to be pretty good at spelling and like having good knowledge of words. Brooke's like, no.
No, yes, you actually, no. I know people that are bad at spelling. You're good at spelling.
Okay, thank you. I'm not as good at proofreading a lot.
I love words. Like,
I know.
Like, doesn't everybody love
Yeah, you're right. I don't know where I was going.
No, I love it. I really like
I
that.
love it. I do. I love it. We have this man just staring at us. Hello, sir. You want to be on the show?
Special guest.
But I don't know if I care.
Okay, I get it. It's
like
all right.
You wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, let me think. Dust. Like you just have to like think of
It gives you something to do.
But like in my brain, I'm like, there are so many possibilities of words.
So you always start, the strategy is to always start with the same word, like a good word.
Yeah.
Like, so people have been doing adieu, A-D-I-E-U, because that's like a lot of vowels.
Okay.
I've been doing crane. I don't really know why, but usually N and E, like that's like crane. A good, like, yeah. There's a lot, like,
it's like little tricks.
Those are good letters, maybe.
Interesting.
The A.
How many like tries? Like how many?
You get 6 tries to get the word right. And
do you pretty much get it right every day?
I've probably only missed like twice, but sometimes it's like the last try that I get it, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try it. It seems hard.
It depends on the word. Some words I'm like, how would I like ever have known this? And sometimes I get a little help from my boyfriend.
Oh,
because we'll like do it together
on Safari. Like you have to like go.
Yeah, it's on the web. Like it's it's
like
on
you
the,
wake up and like Google it on your phone.
Yeah, so I
like
wake
an app
up
with
and
a notification.
So I wake up and I just put in like Wordle, and then it's owned by the New York Times now. They bought it.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, we could do this in real time right now.
Oh, you haven't done today's?
No, I didn't do today's.
She's
yet.
doing crane. So
Let's
any
see.
words right.
So the R and the N are in it, but they're not.
Oh, okay.
I'm showing
So
you
we
guys
have-
on camera right now.
Crane's a good word, a good base word.
Good base word. Anyway, all the cameras. Well, we don't have to do it right now.
I'm on my edge of
no,
my seat.
you
No,
wanna
I'm kidding.
My
People probably don't care as much as me. We'll do it in post.
My boyfriend plays Nerdle. This I would never want to do. Nerdle.
Science something.
It's math. So it's math problems.
You have to fill in the numbers.
Yeah. It could not be me. Could not be me.
No, I mean, I'm so here for brain games. Like, I used to have the Brain Games DS game. I don't know if you like, and they also have it on like the Delta flights, brain games. They're always so fun to play. So maybe I should, but like, do you do it when you first wake up? Like, you're like, I'm up.
It's not like my first thought every morning, but sometimes like if I run through my texts and like emails, I'm like,
Let's check
phone
Wordle.
time. Yeah. Like,
That's so interesting.
but then sometimes I forget. I definitely, I've tried to do it every day, but I probably miss like one or two.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, no, happens.
It happens. I'm not perfect. I miss my Wordles sometimes.
I'm not crazy. I get bored. I get scared. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop singing. Wow, that was
So
a
balanced.
tangent. So balanced. Balancing time. Yes, it's definitely. I feel like I got pretty good at it in college because there were so many. I mean, there were so many things we were juggling. We had our social media. We had our podcast, YouTube, social life. I was dating Ryan at the time. At the time, I was also a spin instructor. There's just like a lot of things.
I don't even know how did that Danny do it?
I don't know how that Danny did it.
You had a lot of energy, and I have to be honest, maybe it's because I've been dealing with like lower energy spurts. Like if you don't have energy, like it's tough to really do everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like to go from like workout class to friend hang to class to editing a YouTube video to making a YouTube video, like that requires a lot of like, and not even to say like mental energy, but like motivation, like so much.
Yeah, I definitely don't have as much energy as I did then, and I don't know. It could be for so many different reasons, but also I'm learning that you need to take time in between each thing because it allows you to like relax a little bit and be whole. I was like not half-assing everything, but definitely certain parts of my life I was half-assing. Oh, and we had school. I didn't even say that. Like,
Yeah.
There's so many things. So I think like my biggest thing that I've always done is like time batching or day batching kind of. So like for us, Mondays are typically our gals on the go day. Like we wake up, we're doing the emails, we're here, we're talking about the merch, we're recording. We get a lot of stuff done on Mondays to kind of like set ourselves up for success. And then like Tuesdays are typically my like slower days. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to clean. I'm going to, get my videos done. And then like Wednesday we post the pod, like just like in your head, what days are what I think is really important.
Having that. I remember when you used to teach spin, you'd know like Wednesday you taught spin, right? Like, so just knowing kind of the big things. I think in any environment, it's good to know that. Like when I used to work in corporate, like I would know my daily deliverables. I'd know my weekly deliverables. And like just having like the checklist of kind of that helped me out a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Like, let's say like you work 3 times a week, like part-time or whatever, like knowing, okay, on those days I have work. So what do I need to do to fuel myself before that? Or like what's important on those days or what pairs well with what? Like maybe you shouldn't have your workout and, a meeting right after that. Like think about the days. I think
that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes,
that makes sense. If you're like, hey, I want to get dinner with a friend and work out, but instead of being rushed to get to both of them, like why don't we separate those and do them on different days?
Exactly. And then you can like, and like for us, this would only apply to like us or other people that are content creators, but like, okay, I'll make sure to like film my video that day because I'll be looking good because I'm getting ready for dinner. I know.
Yes.
We both do that a lot.
No, I think anybody who even like takes photos of any kind or does anything on camera, or I know people who are, TikTokers or, and they'll batch their content too because they'll just be like, I got ready today. I'm feeling funny today. I'm feeling whatever, like kind of working off of those spurts too. I think that's something to be mindful of. I don't want to say like energy spurts, but I definitely had days in college where I was like grind day. Like I am studying,
and you still
I'm
do.
editing.
There are days when Brooke is like, or vice versa, and we'll like you know.
But then I know that I'm doing that with the goal in mind of like, but tomorrow will be a lighter day, or like I know
You're
tomorrow I'm going to be
so
out all
good
day.
about that. Brooke's so good about being like,
try.
I'm sending you this now. Like I want to do this now because tonight after 8 p.m. I'm like not working.
I'm watching Bachelor and like I really don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Or I'll text you and be like, do not reply to this. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. You know?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just so good to have that boundary with yourself, have that boundary with other people, and like a big thing of all this is being able to say no to things sometimes and being like, I want to so bad, but I will be so behind if I don't get this done. Or like when it comes to studying, I know like in college it was so hard because you're going out on like Tuesday nights or Thursday nights or Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like
totally. But that's where the balance comes in, I think, because I used to think, and I'm trying to switch like my mindset from you just said that I am that way where I'm like, I'm working today, I'm not working today, even though you're never really not working, but like I'll be like, I'm on today, like no, I can't hang out, I'm working. In college I used to be like, oh, I'm going out, like I need to go all out, I need to get drunk, I need to be crazy, I need to be on, I need to be fun. It's okay to go out and have one drink, not drink at all. Yeah, like it's okay, and it's okay to do the opposite and like chill and
whatever feels right for you. I feel like is what you're trying to say, because at the end of the day that's going to keep you the most balanced. I think that I just used to see it as like, no, I can't go out and be completely irresponsible because I have to do something tomorrow morning. It's like, or we could just go out and be responsible, you know? Like there's been times that we had something the next morning, but we like wanted to do something with some of our friends, and you were like, well, let's just go and do like a sit down thing and drink, like have a couple drinks. Like more of that vibe rather than like, let's have a pregame and then we go to a bar. Like
it doesn't need to be this big banger of a night of any kind. Or if, you know, you're like, I've been dying to see a friend, but I can't like go out with them, like then fit in a coffee. Then you know, it doesn't have to be. I think I used to see things as, you know, I would mark off my entire night to hang out with people. I was really pretty bad about that in college. Honestly, every night from like, and I would wake up late too. I was kind of bad about that in college.
Oh, college is like a free for all. It's so nice.
I would sleep in, and then every night, you know, especially Thursdays after like 6 o'clock, I would just mark off the night because I would just assume I was going out.
Oh, I loved Thursday.
You know, I know they're so fun. But you start early, and you do start early, but it doesn't need to be that like, and you know, I'm getting so crazy every single night. Like if maybe you just want to do dinner and then you have to get home because you have a test the next day. Like that's okay. You can still do that. Or I would deprive myself of doing that because I'd be like, no, you have a test the next day. But if I managed my time properly throughout the week, I would still be able to go to the friend dinner.
It's so true. No, that is the epitome of balance, being able to like go to dinner, do the social thing. You don't have to completely like take yourself out of it. You don't have to isolate yourself like that. Go to the dinner, but then promptly be like, you know, let's get the check. I've got to get home. You guys enjoy your night, whatever. And just it takes some discipline. You have to be able to, but at the end of the day, you will be rewarded so hard because it's just, you're doing what's best for you.
Yeah. I think that's what you're really good at. That's a good word, discipline. I think you're very good about being like, I can't, like with yourself, you know what I mean? And not being like, I can or I can't do this, but like holding yourself to like that way.
My therapist has been helping me a lot with that, so I'll have to pass that on to her.
Yeah, say that you've been pat on the back.
Well, and she was like, I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast last week or not, but like really focusing on my needs and like Tori was talking about in her podcast on Manifest about like your daily non-negotiables. And so every morning, my therapist gave me homework last week. Every morning, write down a couple things that I need that day based off of how you're feeling. Like if I wake up feeling a little bit anxious, like, okay, I need to go out in the nature today. I need to listen to I need to dance. I need to call a friend. Like, what am I missing today? Am I needing like connection with someone? Am I needing alone time? Like,
I love that.
Tapping into it.
And really, it takes intuition to kind of figure that out, though, I will say, because sometimes I'll think I need alone time, and then I get really sad and I'll spiral and I'll be like, no, but I needed alone time. But it's like, really what I need is to like call an old friend and like feel comfort.
Good point. So you're like, oh, I've been with people all week. Like I need alone time, right? Like that's what I need. But then maybe when you start to experience, you're like, oh, actually I could use some chatting.
Yeah,
like,
I could use a chat.
Depends. Like just really tapping into that.
That's a really good tip. Really,
I know she killed it. Shout out Julie.
Yeah, really she gives phenomenal advice. Danielle passes on her therapist's advice.
Yeah, we've been doing therapy for each other recently. It's been really fun.
About the balance of it all. Speaking of which, yeah, I had a moment like I just had a really, really fun weekend, and like yesterday kind of hit, and I just had one of those moments where I was like in the shower, like my boyfriend's like out in the living room, you know, like, and I got out of the shower and I was like, you need to leave, basically, like, and I said it in like a nicer way. Like I was like, after our day's over, like I need to work, like I need to do things, whatever, because I'm struggling with the balance of it all too. Like I get very wrapped up. I think we're both pretty in the moment people.
Yes. Like when you're with your boyfriend, they're like, yeah, you can do your work. But for us, it's like more creative. So it's hard to like, I don't know, like come up with, like, it's just hard. Like when they're there, you just want to like sit on the couch with them. But after a while, you're like, okay, in order for me to get into my space and to be on, like, I kind of need you to not be here.
And I'm still really like trudging up that hill. I feel like it definitely got a little bit easier for you. I feel like
I'm more comfortable. But even like just responding to emails, I'm like, oh, like I just want to spend this quality time. We're very like in the moment of like, so
I know.
but you have to be able to be like, okay, then if you want this quality time, then they have to leave after a certain point so you can get it done, because then you're juggling it all and then you're stressed and you're putting it on them and it's not their fault. You were just not time managing yourself.
Projecting and and then it creates unnecessary, like not even tension, like just unnecessary, like you're not in the best mood, then they're not in the best mood. So it's, I completely agree with that. That's definitely been something that I'm not battling, but like in a new relationship, I think, and especially one where I'm not working in the office every day, because I don't have to leave, like, or I don't have to, like, I don't have prefix things except for like, of course, when we record or if we have meetings or something. True. But for the most part, it's pretty flexible. So it's so easy to just, you can let the days go into the days, or.
Oh yeah, no, I've had that happen a couple times where I'm like, oh, I don't need to respond to this email right now. And then it like builds up. I'm like, I need to sit down and like do it all. So I'm trying to get better about that. But I also like, for me, one of my non-negotiables. Anna Delvey. One of my non-negotiables in the morning is to have and I'm thankful that I can, a peaceful, good start to my day, because otherwise, like, I don't know. I've been like doing a lot better in the realm of all of that, and I think a big part is because I'm really taking that time to like do what feels best for me in the morning and like not spring up and do things on my phone, because then I just get so overstimulated. So definitely trying to figure that balance, because I'm like, when do I time batch these emails?
That's a really good. I'm glad that you said that, like that you take the time for yourself so that you could like be.
I have to, because I've noticed it's a weird start to the day. Like it just doesn't hit right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But then other days you wake up and you're feeling motivated. So again, it's tapping into the intuition, which I guess is a big part of this episode, is like intuition.
And kind of learning how you can find those times. And I there's people who are going to be out there, and I completely understand where you're like, I don't have the time for balance. Like I'm booked and busy, and or like I'm a mom, I'm whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel my heart goes out to all of you guys, because it's definitely, I feel like it is somewhat of a selfish thing to say, to prioritize your own balance and to prioritize all of that stuff. So we're obviously lucky too that we're providing for ourselves, like it's not like we're like, and I feel like it will change so much when we are moms one day, or when
it's
we
gonna
have
be completely different. We're gonna have much more mouths to feed.
Yeah.
And, different relations and different lifestyles.
But it changes with every point in life. You even just said it. You're like, now you added in this other element that you are having to balance that I've never had to do before. I've been single for 24 years. And now I'm forging this relationship that foraging. I'm literally gathering the pieces. No, but actually I'm building something that it doesn't just pop up overnight. Like you still have to work. Like it's not like, oh, it's work, but it's, you can't, like I have to contribute the time and the energy and like show up in a good mood, and like it's plugging that into my schedule. Yeah.
I struggled really hard with that in college, with the relationship and the friendships, because it was starting to all coincide, where it was like, when we first started dating, it was like, okay, well, like we're going to go out together. That's like a big college thing. So there's like lots of night things. So it's like, okay, like you'll be my date or we'll go. But then also that's like when you hang out with your girlfriends a lot of the time. So it was really hard to struggle. It wasn't a struggle, but it was like finding the time of like, okay, tonight is a girl's night and I'm not going to like leave them an hour through when like I see Ryan. You have to be very like, I mean, thankfully it ended up being where we were all friends, but finding that balance is really hard, because like for me, like I really value my friendships. I know you do too, but then also like you really want to put in the time for your relationship, and it's like, oh my gosh, trying to find the balance between that is really hard. And like people are gonna like, people make comments to me like, oh, are you hanging out with him tonight? Like yes I am, and I want to. Or like, oh,
and I get that, because when I was the single friend, I would do that shit too. But now that I see it from the other side, and I'm like, but I think I've just learned to like kind of put my foot down and try not to feel bad about it, or not whatever, because it's my own life. You know what I mean? And my logic is like, I haven't done this for 24 years. So like if I mess up a little bit now and like I'm spending too much time with him or not enough time, like I'd rather deal with it now than like when I'm even older,
Oh, definitely. No, I completely agree.
It's a learning curve though. It's a huge learning curve. No matter how old you are. If you're and it's not even just your first relationship, because every relationship is different. You know, some people want to hang out all the time, some people don't want to. So that's a whole.
I think it's maturity too, because since moving here, I haven't really experienced people being like, oh, you're gonna hang out with him, or like, oh, you're doing this with him. Like, I don't know if it's as we're getting older or living in a big city and everyone's so busy, but in college, no one was like mean about it, but there were, there's just time. Or having a roommate. Like, I literally remember it was one of my best friends, and she wouldn't ever say anything, but I always felt bad. Like, oh, like Ryan's going to come over tonight. Is that okay? Or like, I'm going to go. Like, I felt so guilty because I felt like I have to be with my roommate at every hour. Come to find out, she was like, I like my alone time watching TV.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that. So
you put that pressure on yourself.
Yes.
But meanwhile, you didn't even have to.
Yeah. And you're like, and then I've had times, I mean, we've talked about on the show before where you're like trying to balance everything. Like, okay, like we'll hang out this night. We'll do this night. Or not even with other people. Like, oh, I'll do my workout today so that I can hang out with them. If you put in way more effort than the other person or whatever it is, like, then you're just overwhelmed. So just do.
And then you don't even show up to the thing in a good mood. Like, if it has to be like a squeeze in thing that you're not looking forward, I think we just need to start focusing. If we're going out of our way to do things, to hang out with a friend, to do whatever, we should be happy and looking forward to it. Like, if it feels like the stuff that we get to choose to do beyond just work, I know not everybody has a choice there, school, but if it comes down to like hanging out with a friend or something, like, we should be excited and looking forward to it. And if you're not, say no. It's okay to say no.
No dice. I told you this the other day when we were walking along the water after the ferry. My mom started to use this thing where when I was home, we were trying to make plans, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do like shopping day, or it was like when we were like having a girls' day. I was like, shopping day, or should we like go to the beach? And she was like, what is more life-giving to you? What's going to give you more life? And obviously right away I was like, I want to be in the nature. I want to be at the beach. But sometimes you feel like, oh, like, well, I haven't been here in a while. I'd love to walk around there. But like, what actually it feels good? Like, what's life-giving to you? Or like, oh, I don't know if I should like go for a walk alone in the nature, or if I should go to brunch with my friends. What's more life-giving? I think that's just
that's a really good tip.
Like, life-giving. And again, everything we're talking about today is definitely more social-based, more stuff on the weekends, more that
it's
vibe.
more like your quote free time, because obviously like, you know, when you're at work, you're at work. Like, I actually am not a huge fan of multitasking. I think I used to. I don't think you are, because you like to time badge, right?
Yeah, because when I start to multitask, like when you have like 1,000 tabs in your computer open and you're like going from, I mean, I definitely still do it too. Like to, but yeah,
I'm trying to phase out of the multitasking and really just focusing on one thing, and
like finish it through. That's definitely more beneficial.
I read that book, The Power of Now, and like being in the present, and it's just so much more, not only productivity wise, but like mentally, to focus on one task.
It's a good reminder.
You know, being like, hey, and my brain kind of works in project form too. Like, if I'm filming something, I want to immediately sit down and edit it.
You are so good about, or even like right after we record the podcast, Brooke opens her computer. She's like, let's send the clips. Like, let's do this. I feel like that's a really
how my
good
brain works though. Like, the in project form, like I'll be like, and then I could close the tab and be like, I'm done with that project.
No, I'm trying to get better about that, because then it's done.
I've done my part.
You don't have to like revisit it and log in again or whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's all done.
And I've done the opposite too, where I'll like, obviously our job is content creation, where I've filmed a bunch of stuff and like have it backlogged, and then like I'll look at the footage a week later and work with it then. But in my brain, it just works better to just do it in the moment, to like literally film the thing, go in and like if I'm editing a TikTok or something, like if I think of an idea, like doing it then, which I know not everybody works that way.
No, yeah, like in school, like I tried to be like, I definitely did that, because like when you go sit down at the library or a coffee shop, like I want to get all of my homework done. Maybe not studying, because studying's more gradual, but like homework.
Module 1 is done.
Yes, exactly. Module, oh my God, trigger. I think that's like a really important thing, just being like, okay, it is done. Like, it's just so nice.
Because leaving things half full, it never worked for me. Those things would slip by. It's so much better to allocate the time, like do a task all the way through. Of course, if you can, unless it's like a huge paper that's like, you know, it's over the course of the semester.
Gradual,
but for the things that are more progressive, I mean, like not progressive, for the things that are more finite, like one, that you could check it off. Definitely. I would say just finishing it up. That's like a little work tip that I have, but that's also like figuring out what works for you. And I think you could I've listened to so many productivity podcasts and things, and at the end of the day, a lot of those methods just aren't my vibe. Like I can't do it. I can't get there.
No, same. So we actually asked on Gals on the Go, like some things that you guys do in your everyday life to practice balance. So like Brooke was saying, like whatever works best for you. Maybe some of the things that we talk about that you guys submitted might work best for you. Maybe we'll get some inspiration. You guys send in some great ideas.
Amazing. I wanted to say, like, another reason why we talked about this week, salad with the side of fries.
Oh, big moment. Yes, we were eating that last week.
Because we went to Sunday in Brooklyn, and we were both like looking, and I was like, I think I'm probably I was going to dinner with my parents that night in an Italian restaurant. I was like, I'm probably gonna have pasta tonight. I'll probably get a salad. You were like, I think you were thinking the same vibe, right?
I was like, wow, yeah, I'm about to have pasta tonight too. Like, I was gonna get a salad, but then we were both like,
with a side of fries, though, of course. Like, we'll split a side of fries,
and that's balance.
And that's balance, baby.
Just like doing what feels good for your body, and like if you want some French fries, like you should definitely have some French fries.
Yeah, or if we wanted a burger for lunch too, we could have done that too. But we were just like, hey, I should probably have some greens today.
Yeah, so, like it feels good to treat your body well.
Totally.
Ooh, I know you do this a lot. Turning do not disturb on when I get home from work, or just turning do not disturb on when you want to.
When I need to if I need to focus, or if I have an important phone call or something that I really don't want to be distracted, it goes on.
I'm so bad at that.
Yeah.
Like, I was at dinner with someone, and we both had our phones up, and her phone never lit up once, and mine kept lighting up, and she was like, do you not put yours on do not disturb? And I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't think about it, but it is nice. It's not distracting, but I don't know, for me, I'm like, what if there's something like so important? But I do like how on the iPhone now it says like they're on a do not disturb. Like, when I text my mom and it says that, I'm like, okay, she's teaching a yoga class probably, so it's good to know.
And things definitely slip by, so it's good to get that done.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
This one says balancing me time while in a new relationship and still making time for friends. Like, I mean, same. It's like, that is the juggling of it all. Having a set turn off or wind down on the weekends. I think it's so healthy to create that boundary with yourself, if it's your work, whatever, like to be like, I do not accept work calls after X time, or I do, at this time I'm going to be with this person and I don't want to be bothered. Like, that is so beyond healthy.
Oh, definitely. This one's really great. Going on a walk outside in the fresh air after being cooped up inside all day. That's something I'm always getting on Ryan about, because he's inside all day working, and like during his lunch break or whatever, like times that he does like not have to do work, I'm like, go outside.
Yeah.
Like it truly reinvigorates you.
You get refreshed. I know. Even if it's really cold, and I'll make that. I do that. I mean, there's days where I don't leave my house till it's like dinner time or something, and I'm like, ooh, it's cold out there, but bundle up, put on a jacket, and
bundle up. It's so reinvigorating. Like sometimes like Brooke and I will text each other, like, I haven't left my apartment all day today, because we're thankful that everything we're doing is like, we have calls, we have emails, we're recording, but it's all like, we don't have to leave our apartment. And you're like, I need to go outside. I need to refresh.
It's time. This one says balance in my food choices, eat whatever you're craving, but also nourish your body. I mean, we're there.
Like literally everything that we believe in. Like
we're big on that. We're big on like we said, whatever the side of mac and cheese, or not even the side. Get that as your main.
Yeah. Get like green beans. Oh, that sounds like an ideal meal.
Green beans and
mac and cheese. Oh, that's a vibe.
This right now.
Just listening to what my body and mind want instead of ignoring it. So like, let's say you're, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of an example. I'm blanking, but like I really like that. Like you think you're supposed to be working out. Like sometimes like during my period on like that time of the month, I'm like, oh, I should be working out. But my mom was always like, don't work out when you're in your period. Like you're so sensitive. You're so like, nourish your body. Like put the heat back on. Like relax. Like your body's like doing so much on the inside. Like listening to what your body has to say to you.
I like that a lot. That's very, very good. Eating healthy meals mixed with meals I want. I'll eat a smoothie or drink a smoothie, I guess, but also pasta.
Oh, love.
That's the vibe that I go for. Literally yesterday when I was with my boyfriend after a weekend of eating out and, Uber Eats and whatever, I was like, I'm craving a salad. Like, I just want to go somewhere where I can get a good fresh salad. Yeah. So, like, just mixing that in. I used to see that as, like, a punishment type of thing, I think. Like, being like, oh, well, I just ate out a lot. Like, now I have to eat healthy. It's like, it doesn't need to be that way, like, at all. Like, it's more so nourishing your body.
It's nourishing your body, and it tastes good. Like, it just feels good knowing that you're putting in your body. I often on the weekends will get a bagel sandwich and a green juice, not because I feel like I have to, but like I crave like a little freshy fresh after the greasy. Freshy fresh. And I'm like, oh, it's like, I know it doesn't cancel out or anything, but I'm like, oh, it tastes so good. Though. I'm there. It just like feels right. It's literally balanced. Like I feel like if you put those two, they'd just be right there.
Yep.
Work hard, play hard.
Danielle wants the neon sign.
I almost got a neon sign for that for my apartment, but
It doesn't go with the vibe.
Yeah, now I'm like, oh my God, where would that sign go?
It could go like in your entryway perhaps, but like that would be like the only real.
It would have to
like,
be a
space,
very like muted neon sign vibe.
Yeah. Allowing myself to rest without guilt took a while to get there, but improving daily.
Oh, yeah, I'm still
we
working
carry
on
a
that.
lot of guilt.
Yeah.
You got to get past it. It's tough though.
It's really, really tough. Yesterday, I actually relaxed and like enjoyed it. And I think it's because looking back, I never thought about it. I just did it. And I wasn't like, oh, I'm resting. Like now, I think when I put it in my head, like I rest now, that's when I start to get honestly anxious. And I'm like, oh, I should be doing something rather than just being like, I want to watch a movie right now. What do I want to watch? Okay, I'm going to watch this. Oh, I really want some bacon. I'm going to make some bacon. Instead of being like, oh, I'm resting. Like I rest. I just sit here. Like I think that's why it helped. And it's hard to control your mind. It's very, very hard. But not feeling guilty during relaxing is very important. I try not to drink during the weekdays. Same, but
I'm going to Margaritaville tonight. Can't relate. I tried to, but
I really try with that. I'm really annoying about it too. I'll be at dinner and I'm like, I'm not gonna have a drink, but you guys go for it. And then I'm like, oh, that makes people feel uncomfortable, and I didn't mean that. And then it's just a whole
sometimes
thing.
It's just easier. Like I've told you, just be
Brooks
like,
taught me. Just fucking
get
the drink.
Yeah.
Sip it. Like
sip on it. Like if it's a glass of, and not to feel pressured. I don't think you should succumb to pressure, but at the same time, like, why realistically, like why you can have one glass, and not, I mean, or you don't have to, you really don't have to, but
yeah, there's definitely times where I'm like, I don't even want to sip
I
alcohol
agree
right now. And so
it's definitely easier when no one's drinking to do that though. Like when people are like getting bottles, like just have a little splash in the glass. Like
it's almost easier when people are like, let's get a bottle. You're like, okay, yeah, I'll have like a little glass, like no problem. A lot of people saying boundaries.
Yeah. Eat chocolate after dinner. Mood.
Oh, so
always
nice.
Always good to have a little dessert. Or a lot, depending on what you're in the mood for. So this person says, truly don't think I've had balance since 2019. Send help.
I get that. Mood. Weekends are for socializing. Weeknights are to do the things that I enjoy. Read, yoga, etc.
Oh, love that mentality.
That is awesome. So that I should probably do that more, because then on the weekends, you're like really ready to socialize. However, we've been talking about this, like a lot of the events that we go to and like where it's a lot of socializing are on the weekdays. So by the weekend, we're both like jelly. I'm like, I can't hold a conversation. It's so funny.
But meanwhile, everybody else is like just getting started.
Yeah,
and we're like, ooh, all right.
Yeah,
here
that's
we
something
go.
we've experienced in balance too, because our partners are both like, working throughout the week. So by the weekend hits, they're like so ready to go, and we're like, I just want to relax and chill. And they're like, wait, what? So we're definitely learning to balance that as well, and like compromising, like mustering it up to like, and it's always fun stuff, but
totally,
it's so interesting. Like everyone has like different schedules.
Romanticize even the chores of life, i.e. work. So there's no bad to good. There's just life.
Oh,
that's a really healthy mindset. Like,
I mean, shoot.
Just being
like mic drop.
Just being like, it's part of life. It's not like, oh, this is the annoying part of life.
Yeah, no. Like I was telling you before this, like you're like, what are you going to do tonight? And I was like, I think I'm going to clean. But I've really been enjoying cleaning. Like in order to keep my apartment like nice and looking good, like I need to constantly be organizing and cleaning. So why not just enjoy it and romanticize it? Or like,
as you should.
You have to do emails. Okay, make yourself a hot pot of tea and put your blue light glasses on. Put that chill lofi beats.
Make it like a whole thing.
Yeah. I love that. I'm almost like, should we end it on that? Like that was so good. Or are there any more?
We'll do a few more just because everyone gave such amazing suggestions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You guys really got
I kept
after
scrolling.
Avoid back-to-back social nights on weekends if possible. I think even that's a good one. Like, so you wouldn't do Friday and Saturday night out.
Oh, yeah.
You would do just one. We kind of talked about this recently. That's been a good vibe.
Yes, like the two back-to-backs are really hard, but if you can do like...
Yeah, just do one. Oh, I communicate the non-negotiable in my routine to my partner. That's like, I really need to get going.
I need to do that. The non-negotiable thing. I'm really liking that phrase right now.
I think that's really good. Being like, hey, like I need from this time to this time, like to be on my own or whatever.
I know.
It is.
I almost wish like Ryan would communicate more of that to me. Like, because I think that would be helpful for all relationships, vice versa. Like I'm going to do that for him, but I think it would be nice to like have that, especially for you since you're earlier on in the relationship, to like communicate that. So like, one, no one gets offended. No one's like salty or you don't want to hang out with me. It's more of like, in order for me to be like 100% with you, I need to have this time alone and I need these are my needs, these are my non-negotiables. I think that's a great conversation to have, and I don't think it's weird. You don't have to say non-negotiable. You can just say like, these are things I have to get done in order for me to be like the person you love to be around.
Yeah. I think that's good, but first of all, it's figuring out what those are. Like,
yeah, you have
figure
to
out
really
what that is, because it changes from time to time. You know, because like I said, I'll be having fun and be having fun in the moment.
Yeah,
and then I'll catch myself. I'll be like, I need to vlog or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think like moments like that when you were in the shower and you like had that realization and you were like, you know, I'm starting to get really stressed and I think I just need to like have the rest of my night alone, like just getting this done. I think always like blaming it on yourself too. Like, I'm not going to be really fun right now.
That's a good
like,
one.
Just like kind of like saying that I think is really helpful too. Because then they're like, oh shoot. Okay. Like, you know.
That's perfect. Good way. Good.
Oh,
good.
Thanks. That's what I say to my friends all the time. Like, I'm not going to be fun tonight.
Yeah. Love that. Listening to my body when I know I need a break, sleeping enough, that's hard.
Yeah, the sleep is tough. I feel like everyone has different sleeping schedules.
Yeah, and people who need sleep know themselves. I mean, like, I know I need sleep. Like, on the weekends, I like told my boyfriend, I was like, let me sleep. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm sleeping, like, please just
don't wake me up.
Yeah.
Having time alone right away in the morning and end of the night. I feel that, girly.
Love. Making everything I do intentional. That's good. Like we said, being very, you know, asking for help.
Yeah, definitely asking for help. For every X amount of coffee, drink 2 times of water. I mean,
that's a little tip. I can't say I do that, but
yeah, I mean, that's good. That would probably help with the shakes.
Yeah.
It's like so caffeinated.
You're right. A lot of people are saying the 80-20 rule, which I think it's eating. So
yeah, I'm not really aware of that necessarily.
I think it's 80% of the time it's like healthy, which is obviously subject to opinion, and 20 is like whatever you want.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
It's just subject to, but that's like categorizing things as like healthy and not healthy, I think.
Yeah,
but I get it though. I
don't know about that, but I guess I don't know like what my percentages are at right now. Like I wouldn't
neither.
even know how to really.
Even when people ask me, they'll be like, would you consider yourself to be like eating healthy? I'm like, I don't know.
No, I like try to go with like I nourish my body.
That's good. Okay.
Like I definitely don't eat like a healthy queen, but I was talking to my trainer about it and I was like telling her like my favorite meals. She was like, those are very nutritious. Those are good. Those have fiber. Those are just like thinking in your head, like not just putting a ton of empty stuff into your body.
I like that.
Things that are good for you. Made me feel a lot better. But everyone, I don't know. I get worried talking about stuff like that on the podcast. I know you do too, because everyone has their different ways. There's so many.
Totally, but
like,
nourishing is a better way of
promoting diet culture at all. Neither of us, you know, it's all about balance.
It's all about balance,
what
baby.
This episode is.
We'll do a few more.
Set screen time limits, schedule breaks in my calendar. I've actually heard a lot about this recently. Some of my friends in work, they'll like put in their calendar like that they have a call, but really it's just so they have a break.
I have heard of that.
But I think sometimes you just have to, like, especially like friends in like IB or I mean anything, like literally anything. It's very taxing on your brain.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I can't imagine like the strain of that mentally.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I think a lot of places, not all, but a lot of places are getting better about mental health time and stuff too.
A lot of places are giving money to their employees each month, like
go to therapy,
gift cards to fitness places, like whatever. I think it's awesome.
Totally. A lot of people are just saying creating boundaries, which we talked about a lot. So yeah,
boundaries. 1
full no work day a week. That's really good.
That's really good.
Like
whether that's a
like
Sunday for you. I noticed that with a lot of people, including us, obviously, because we're basically never off. Not complaining, but it's true. Like, you're always posting. We're always doing things. Like, even some of my friends that work, you know, technically Monday through Friday, they're, like, thinking about on the weekends, like, oh, I got an email, and it's kind of like, should I respond to it? I don't know. Like, they aren't given, like, these yes or no things and trying to find that balance.
And then you feel guilty if you don't, because you're like, oh, they're counting on me, but it's like, do you have to? I get
it's
it.
A Saturday afternoon. Like, I don't know if it's pressing. Like, it doesn't say in the email. Yeah. I can't even imagine that. That's really
I feel like
tough.
the rule of thumb should be if you're around and available, yeah.
Exactly.
But if you're not, then no.
Like, don't rush home to do it because you're, like, out walking in the park on a Saturday afternoon. That's
you're
how
across
I feel,
town.
too. Yeah, across town.
Across town. Like, there's no need to be, like, drop unless you know that you
unless
work
it says
that kind of job.
urgent, need this done, have an investor, have a, you know, client, a patient, whatever it may be. I don't know. I mean, who am I to say? But I
feel like we've gotten better about the gals. The gals have gotten a lot better at that, about saying to people, like, or not even saying to people, is this urgent, but, like, knowing.
Yeah,
that
like
things
being like,
might
when
not be urgent. You know,
Yeah,
at our
like,
own leisure, we could get this done.
Exactly. Like we have a graphic designer, Emma. She's amazing, creative. Well, like sometimes we're like, hey, we like need this by tomorrow, or other times like do this when you can. You know, I think communicating that is so important. Even like with the two of us, like, hey, I'm just like being annoying right now and sending you all this because I'm working right now, but like just get back to me whenever.
Totally.
Or like, hey, I know you're like chilling right now, but can you just answer this one question? Just communicating, I feel like is
that was a good point.
Biggest thing.
I love it. Balance, baby.
Balance. Get the French fries with the salad. Now I want like French fries in a salad.
I know. I'm craving.
Yeah.
I'm craving French fries now.
I'm craving Chick-fil-A right now.
Ooh.
The side of mac and cheese. I wish there was one over here. It's not good outside.
Yeah, it's a gloomy day.
It's looking. Oh, the office is loud.
The gals are gonna head out.
Closing
shift. We love you guys so much. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Really supports us and the podcast, of course. And if you're listening, rate 5 stars.
Rate and review the gals. We love you guys so much. We wanna get on the charts again.
I know
we're on there somewhere, but we want to get higher up on the charts. Come on, guys.
Help out your gals.
Yeah, it's always a cool time.
Follow at Gals on the Go podcast, at Danielle Caroline, at Brooke Michio, and we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you guys next week. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.